What's good? Praise ya. Let's see. That's not good. Okay. All right, so welcome in. I'm just kicking back, checking out. I probably should have put it in the title, but I am on OS 3 today. So what's cool about JJOS is that you can test them out completely for free, right? The only thing is you can't say you pay for a password. But that's really cool that you can, all the OSs, the AKAI MPC 1000, 2500. But yeah, I recently picked this up. Got a decent support, not super low, but I do plan on, I'm going to customize this thing. I got a few parts coming in. I need the RAM, so that's kind of the point of today's thing. So I was looking at my sample. So if you look at my sampling time, I loaded up a kick and now I have 20 seconds of stereo sampling time. So I can like double that up if I put on left, mono. Cool, you got selections. I do just left, just right, or summing of both left and right. Okay. Another cool thing though is that'll help me get this is that OS, I think 2XL, 2, and then 3, they have non-destructive chopping, so I can make use of that. Because I want to try to grab a stereo loop versus having to put it in mono. Just sounds a bit better. So let's see. I think I found something cool on this record here. But if not, I'll just go down and find some other stuff. So I'm going to start by chopping something, loading some drums, looping something first of all. I think I like this. Maybe give it a try. I don't know if it'll work. I like where it hits with that. Hold on. All right, so I'm just gonna grab that little piece. I think that sounded kind of tight. Let me put the overhead on. SimCity, what's good? Backwood Beats, what's up? What's happening? So let me go ahead and normalize this. I'll zoom in a bit. All right. Start by loop. Get good start endpoints. Okay, I think that's a decent loop. It's not perfect, but I'm gonna go with it. And then let's okay, so here's a cool feature. I think that's just an OS 3. I'm gonna hold shift, tempo. So my sample is hold on, we gotta do a few things here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it's a 4-bar loop. Okay, 4-bar loop, and then shift tempo, so I can set this to 4 bars, and then get it, change the tempo, get it to fit in this little box here. Looks like it's sitting right there at 80. It's a slightly rushed though. I might have cut the start point a little too early, and that's what it is. Okay, 79.8. What if I want to speed this up a bit? Okay, so I'm getting reacquainted with this. It's kind of like riding a bike too. Like I'm picking it back up real quick because I used to own a 1000. It was my first MPC I ever owned. Just go with that. So what's the cool thing is once you do actually fit your loop into that and figure out what tempo it is, it automatically sets the tempo of the master. So that's tight. Okay. I'm gonna just do some loading of some drums before I actually start chopping anything. Load everything up. Hold on. Some packs in here. It doesn't really fit the sample. Go in here. Go back to these Apollo Brown. I guess I'll try that one. See. Gotta make sure to purge stuff because I barely have any sample time. And also clip off some stuff. I usually like clipping off some of the end. Almost always, more times than not, go for rim shots. So I do like, even when I grab a snare, I'll cut off like quite a bit of the end of it, you know. For some reason, I just don't like a lot of that air. Okay. And discard it so I can get back some of that sample time. Also, another cool thing, so again, is that I can go, as you can see, the samples in stereo because you see the top and left, right, left and right. So we go over here to what I can combine. So edit stereo to mono. I can sum those two together. So I'll just do that, and I got a mono sample, and it just does it. So it's not making a new sample, it's just turning that one sample into a mono sample. Okay. Okay, obviously it's gonna get turned down. One thing I like to do is with my samples, I don't like to have velocity sensitivity. I want some consistency, so I can go right here to velocity and just look it to 100, no matter how hard I press it. Same level. Then I'll change it down over here. Find some hats, because I'll just stay in this pack, make this easy for me right now. I usually like jumping in and out of different packs, like not grabbing a kick and the snare from the same like sample pack. I like to mix it up usually, but yeah, JJOS is still cool. It's hard to beat the new MPCs though. What do you have today? Are you still using one of these? It sounds like you're not using it anymore. But yeah, before I had I got into the live when that was released. Well, I had a 500, but before that I had a 1000. I'm not sure why I went from 1000 to 500. Maybe it was a money thing at the time. But I am considering grabbing up the XLCD, you know, the big screen, the big tilt screen for this, because that's actually what I had prior to getting into the live way back, like, I don't know, 9-10 years ago. I had that. And I installed it myself, so it's really not that hard. I mean, it's nice to have the instructions online, you know, you got MPC stuff with the videos and all that, so yeah, it's not too difficult. I mean, doing the flat screens, the different colored ones, that's super simple. It's just like 4 screws and a plug, a ribbon cable. I think the large screen, you gotta take off the front panel and then the back panel just to get in there. I don't know. I don't quite remember exactly, because that was definitely a while ago. Let's go hit the button. What's good? If this had like as many effects as like the live or the new MPCs, I might be more inclined to work with this, because there are some things that are really nice. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just maybe it is a visual thing. I always wanted this this linear mixer in the MPC. Instead, we get like the square mixer, right? I don't know. I would say a lot of this did inspire probably the new MPCs, because like with the touchscreen, you have all these kind of tabbing around type of things. I don't know if we had much of that with the original AKAI OS. Maybe you did, but I mean, you start adding more features, you get more tabs and more screens, right? So, I mean, this can be a little bit tedious too, but it's like with anything, as soon as you figure it out, you know, you start to know where things are at. I mean, everything is labeled pretty nicely. That's a nice use of the F button. So, and we don't have those no more on MPCs. But I guess you don't need them. Okay, so what am I doing? I got kick, snare, hat. Let me open get a. One thing I don't like about like the 1000 and I guess the 2500 fit in there is that I can't like I can't preview my drum kit. This is like, I don't know if it just wasn't thought of or wasn't possible for some reason. One thing is, for some reason, every single pad is a preview for the browser, and so is the play button. So it's like kind of pointless. There could be a preview button right there on F4, or just let it play. I mean, I doubt there's going to be any changes to this, although JJ or whoever was working on this, they're still like active. Like I just bought I paid for a password for OS2XL so I can start saving stuff. I was gonna come on here and make a beat and just delete it or whatever, because you can't save anything unless you got the password. But yeah, man, like I was emailing back and forth, I had a short little conversation, whatever, with whoever is over there behind the JJ email, and yeah, so I'm pretty sure he's still active. I think I've seen that they did some updates. At least last time I had a 1000 in my possession, it was probably like a year ago. But I was surprised to see, like, if you go on the website, you can see when, the operating system was last updated, and it wasn't that long. So surprisingly, I don't know. I don't think they're adding features, but maybe bug fixes or something. I don't know. But it's been a while, man. Cool that it's still supported. They're still selling them and selling licenses and all that. So let's let me my open. Just over here, school hit a button, working with 21 seconds of sampling time. Waiting on the RAM upgrade to come in the mail, and a bunch of other stuff. I'm customizing this whole thing, changing the whole look of it. Hopefully one of you guys like it, because my plan is not to hold on to this. It's actually to sell it, flip it. So, but I've been putting quite a bit of money into it. So I don't know if anyone out there is still interested in a 1000. I would definitely keep it, but I'm a bit of a minimalist. I like to try stuff and then sell it, I guess. I do that with most stuff, but I always go back to the MPC. But I do want a minimalist studio, and I just want to, I'm like I said before, probably just gonna have the live 2, and I mean this same setup you see here. From there. See if I can find a crash. Some of these kind of feel sticky, but I do have some deoxit I can spray on there. Rose. You was using the 1 and then live 2. Cool. Yeah, I've been there. I believe button placement really came to play with the newer MPCs. In a good way, you're saying? Man, I bought it back when I had my 1000. They still have a message board going. Studio mixes, what's good? Got the blue and red panel MPC 1000. That's what's up. That was actually my very first MPC ever when I was like 18. Had that one. Bought it brand new. Like, yeah. That was so much fun, man. Just like first stepping into the MPC world. It was good times. Didn't have a complaint at all. Like, let's see. What was it? here. So I'm gonna go. Let me see how much sample time I have. I'm down to 12 seconds. Huh. All right. Let me see if I can mono some of these and see if it gives me back any sample time. Oh, that was just 2 samples. Did that give me back anything? Nope. Okay, so sample chop time. Let's see if I remember how to do this. We got slice, shift, slice. See, this is nice because, so one thing that is cool with like even the free JJOS, I think like the MPC 1000 originally with the AKAI OS didn't even have any kind of sample chopping, but then the free JJOS gave you at least like sample chop regions, but the way that it's implemented isn't as good as it is on this. This is more like what we have today, where you can select how many regions and you can do slices up here. So if I wanted to do like 8 of them, I'll just go all the way down to 8. I'm not sure what's the point. That just gives you a little more precision or what. I'm gonna do 16 though. I'm gonna go back to 16. I think 16 is the max you could do. Is it? No, you could do more. I don't know what the max is. Should we find out? Maybe it's 32. It still goes. I mean, I guess you could do some really... You can do some really micro chopping, but I'm not going to do all that. I'm definitely not J Dilla. Just here trying to chop and write some songs. So I don't even think that's how J Dilla would micro chop. He probably had like a manual chop if you're using it. I don't think, right? The MPC 3000 didn't have any kind of chop feature either. It had just had regular start point trimming, I believe. Start point, end point. But if I do want to go ahead and go in and do some finer tuning of these start points, I think I can do that. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do anything with this sample though. It's kind of... Okay, so this is non-destructive chopping, I believe. So if I go, well, I haven't done this yet. Let me see. If I hit do it, I think it's gonna do the destructive chopping, but it's created these zones, I believe. So if I go over here and like say, here's another cool thing is I can... I gotta put these all in a mute group. So you could create a program, but this also kind of works like the new MPCs do, where I have a chop number. Let's see, closer. So this references the chops in the trim window. Hold on, I'm gonna lay some drums down first. It sounds way off, actually. Is it because I pitched it? I don't know. That doesn't sound on at all. Hold on, I don't really like the sample. I know. Let's see if I can find something else. Oh, isn't this that? Is this the Mortal Technique sample? Dustin McAdams, what's up, man? Chilling. Oh, pretty good. Just trying to get back into this MPC 1000 for a little bit. Story goes that JJ worked for AKAI during the 1000 2500. He knew what the common man wanted, but the corp didn't listen. Then he got to let go from the team. Then he said, nah, I'm still gonna get my paper font in this machine. I have a different theory. I got a theory that JJOS was a part of AKAI, and they were all in agreement. And the reason that they did it that way, the third party, because if AKAI just did it, then they would have had to give the upgrades for free, I would think. You know, because whoever charged for, did companies ever charge for OS upgrades back then? I don't know. It's kind of a different thing now. Like, I think it was kind of unheard of. Now all these operating system upgrades, we've gotten so many free ones from AKAI that are worth quite a bit of money. They've given us upgrades were huge. You know, I don't know how long most of y'all been on the NPCs, like the new ones, but from when I started with the live, it got so many different things. Like when I first bought it, it didn't have like auto sampling. It didn't have, I don't think it even had any kind of plugin instruments at all. Like plugins were implemented, and they gave us like a few free ones, right? So that didn't even exist at first. And then like USB audio, what else? Like just a lot of stuff that it has now. But my theory, it's just a wild theory, is that JJ worked for AKAI and still did even after that whole story. And maybe it was a way for AKAI to make some money. I don't know. Don't you think people would have felt different, like if AKAI was actually enhancing that OS? Don't you feel like they would have wanted it for free? Versus like having the underdog story where you're willing to pay. But I don't know. I don't know anything. It's just a crazy story, crazy thought. Okay, did I flip this? Or? Definitely getting demonetized on this one. If you guys want to support the channel, let me get a thumbs up. Support the, you know, make doing the vinyl, the sampling content worthwhile. I guess it's a sacrifice. I mean, I'm over here trying to make a little money, but doing this for the love, and I love hip hop, so sampling ain't going nowhere. But yeah, it does suck that you gotta like kind of forfeit your efforts when you sample something live. The smart thing for me to do would be just to have a sample prepared. You know, I could move along a lot quicker, and then if I have sample pitched up, problem is like playing a record through, you know, gives the content ID a lot more to grab. I think, at least that's my theory. So. Yeah, that USB audio interface update. Yeah, it's a big one. It's very useful. Although I could say I don't really use it. Definitely a useful thing for people. Like if you want your MPC to be the centerpiece, for sure, you can like control a lot of different MIDI gear and audio and all that. Got some rain. Time we got? It's 9 already. I can't believe how late it is. I'm just gonna listen. Ain't gonna mind the demonetization. I'm gonna grab a little more whiskey though, gentlemen. I'm gonna be right back. Tell me if you hear a cool sample, huh? Big Jammin', what's happening? Did you sell your MK2 yet? You're gonna hold on to it for a while. I'm tempted to sell it. I mean, not because I don't love it. Just because I'm a minimalist, you know how it is. But I also want to hold on to it because I want to see what else becomes of it, you know? I'm curious what else they might do with the sound generator. Like imagine if they make the sound generator on the Mark II, like a whole sound module and put like Zen Core in there. That would be amazing. And people really would be second guessing like, or having a hard time picking between a MPC-1 and a 404 Mark II. Oh, I poured a lot of whiskey there. Shouldn't drink all that. You sold it today. I can't believe it, man. You just put that skin on there. Hope you got some good. Yeah, you got a good return on it. Just going inbox desktop. You know you'll be gassing. I don't know why you don't just get that push 3. If you got 2,000 credit, I would just grab that push 3. You know it's 30 days. Try push 3 for free. If you don't like it, then you can send it back. They'll pay for the shipping. You know that, right? Seen that on the website. It's pretty tempting. Straight from the Ableton website. Yeah, but if they did Zencore, like on the sound generator, that has +4, +4, +5. It has a full range of octaves. Now, if they could turn that and actually make it sequenceable, which I think they probably will, because even the chromatic mode wasn't sequenceable when they first released the SP. Yeah, but if you're connected to a computer anyways, isn't that the controller to have and be able to like do ideas on it? If you're working with a computer anyways, that sounds like the ultimate thing for you. Trying to stay comfortable in this chair. Maybe even a little faster. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I think I would like 64 pads. I mean, I won't really care about the MP either. That's kind of a bonus. So. Do you have like a full-size controller keyboard? Launch key 37. Okay. There you go. That should be really tight integration. Nice. Any FL users in here? Is that FL key 37? That looks pretty cool. Same Novation, same as that launch key look. That started out on FL Studio, and if I was still on it, man, that thing would be nice right now. I would get both. I'd get the mini and one of the full size ones. They didn't have anything like that when I was messing around on FL. Honestly, that was the first thing I was on. Before I was on MPC, I was on FL. Before I got my 1000, I was playing with FL Studio for a couple years, from like when I was 16 to 18. Then I got on like some Cakewalk, Sonar, and I was sequencing an Emo MoFat rack into Sonar. And then from there it was MPC.
Early morning rain with $1 in my
What mic did you end up getting? Be jamming?
And I miss my loved ones so. In the early morning rain. And no place to go.
Did you also get one of those standing desks? Ben, I think I seen the video and I was gonna like comment on it. I don't know if I did though. Sometimes I lurk it on your YouTube videos, bro. Apologies.
While I'm standing on the grass.
I'll watch him. I don't know if he's commenting, but
Where the cold wind blows.
I was gonna comment on that because I've wanted one of those because of my back.
The liquor tasted good.
And I spent like $1,000 almost on this chair here
All were fast.
because of my back.
Well, there she goes, my friend. Drunk as...
I'm talking over a guy talking over a record. That's funny. Seconds. It's a nice ambient sound. That train is soothing. I grew up near a train. Now I work by a train. I hear a train like go by my job like probably 10 times at least a day. That's real soothing. With the crickets. I don't know. Is that just me? Any of y'all grow up by a train? You hear a train all the time. It just seems maybe the nostalgia of it. Comforting. Guess we're just listening to records today. Was this Eleanor Rigby? Is that what it is? Eleanor Rigby. That's definitely getting. This is gonna be the one right here that gets flagged. Let me start collecting data from my stream. My last one, it said it was my last stream was blocked off in certain regions of the world or something. $129 for the standard desk? That is nothing. I gotta go back and look at that video. Have you done a video like since then? I didn't watch the whole thing, I don't think. Is it pretty legit for like putting all your gear on? Working out well? You got the Rode USB Mini. How do you like, did it come yet? Have you tried it? Or are you saying you're waiting on it still? It was on sale? Oh, the desk was? How do you feel about the train sounds then? Lived next to the L in Chicago for years. I definitely know what you're saying about the trains. Cool. Yeah. And my wife, she was complaining how she was annoyed that she can hear it because we don't live very close to the train, but small town, I guess, and you can hear the train from where we're at, and it's probably at least 5 miles away. Super solid. That's what's up. 3 settings. 3 heights is what you mean? Or you dig the Rode Mini? Wish it was 32-bit float. You gotta chop something. Did I flip this already? I don't even know. I think I did. Vents are cool. Maybe I'll grab that and see. Stand up for a while. Alright, so let's see if I can make anything of this. I usually like horns, so let's see how this goes. So I gotta I wish I could like with the new MPCs I could do like a gain change on this, but I can, my only choice is to normalize it. Where's normalize? I missed it. I don't always. Oh, okay, we do have a percentage here. How do I get to that? There we go. Let's see what that does. Okay, so yeah, we do have an option to do that, something like that. Okay. Oops. Chop off the front. I don't think I even did a full. Okay. Speed this up significantly. Catch a tempo on this, man. What is it? What is that doing? What in the world? Huh. It's a little different here. Still pretty slow for what I usually do. I'm a little slower now, fellas. Yeah, it does kind of feel like a Western. I love Westerns too. I love that music, like the spaghetti Western stuff from, what's his name? Who's the composer is like Ennio Morricone or something like that. I think for most of those movies, yeah, like High Noon, like the Clint Eastwood stuff, Good, the Bad, the Ugly, for a few dollars more, Fist for a Dollar. No, I got that live too. It's right here, man. I'm still here. You're still here. But yeah, man, I found a decent deal on the 1000 here, and I gotta always like pay ode to it when I can, because I know about these and I know how to open them up and customize them. So I thought that'd be a fun little project, but my plan is to sell this eventually. So I'm adding all, like, it pretty much came stripped down to the basics that you get when you buy 1000. It didn't even have the power cord when I got it. So I kind of took a risk on it. Everything works. It doesn't look like anyone really used it. It was just dusty. But other than the screen having some blemishes, there's like no really scratches. Only light scratches here. But no like dents or nothing. It's clean. Everything works good. But it didn't have like the RAM on it at all. It's got the 16 megabytes. So that's kind of the point of the title here, at 21 seconds of stereo sampling time. But yeah, so I've already bought a bunch of parts where I'm getting wood sides for it. I got a skin for it. I've got some metal knobs already that I had because I got a collection of knobs. Y'all want to see my collection of knobs here? I got a collection of knobs, stuff that I just switch out on different pieces when I want to feel like I'm doing something a little different. Got a larger jog wheel. It's like the fat jog wheel. One thing I'm really irritated about though is I bought off eBay. I bought some black sliders, and supposedly they were delivered today. I was kind of waiting on. I was like, okay, I got my little sliders coming today, and it said they were delivered. And I went out to the mailbox and it wasn't there. So something happened there where I didn't actually get my stuff. I don't know if they got thrown in someone else's mailbox. It'd be cool if some neighbor goes and checks the mailbox and sees it's got my name on it and throws it on my front porch or something. But otherwise, I don't know what happened. Fell out the truck or what? But nah, it wasn't delivered. So that's kind of irritating. Kind of a small thing, but I still spent like $15 for 2 sliders. Because I'm trying to make it look a certain way, trying to go for a certain look. I got fat pads coming. About the OS, considering putting a white screen on here. I don't know. I'm gonna put everything together and see how it looks. Cause I do like the fact that that the green matches. Like people will do, like, if I think like Ghost MPC, he goes all out and paints it. You know what I mean? But you can also change these, but you got to solder them in. So I'm not really trying to do any soldering, that kind of work. Everything else is pretty straightforward. Just open it up, I didn't buy any buttons, but I might like move some buttons around. I don't know. We'll see. But I think with the wood size, the skin, the pads, maybe the screen, it'll look kind of cool. And yeah, got the OS. So I put quite a bit. So other than buying an MPC, I think I've already spent like, I wrote it down. It might be like almost $300 on improvements. So it's kind of a stretch and a risk, because I don't know if any of y'all out there are actually going to want to buy it. There's quite a few MPC 1000s going on eBay for like $400, maybe $500. Kind of like simple ones, like just basic ones with no upgrades and all that. So I don't know. It's more of a nostalgic thing, and maybe some people do prefer the workflow of these, I think, over getting something new. I've seen that, and I'm kind of the same way. Like I like the tactile flow of certain things. Like I kind of prefer the SP in some regards, like as far as sampling. But ultimately, if I was gonna keep one piece, it'd be the Live 2, just because I can, You know, I can write whole songs with it and do everything. So, yeah. I bet you if I try to chop this and create a program from it, I won't have enough time for it. Let me see. I've got 2 seconds, so I definitely won't have time unless I make this a mono sample or keep it. Like, I could probably chop this up, lay some drums down, lay down a chop, and then maybe load a 1 to 2 second bass sample. I mean, that's all I need, really. But then again, I can switch this to, yeah, I get 4 seconds if I switch this to mono. So that'll do. Chop, slice.